Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Jack Chang here and today we're going to do yet another property review. It is Tropika at Bukit Jalil. So yes, this is Tropika at Bukit Jalil, a project by Berjaya, and it's part of this larger Tropika mixed development. At the front here, you have some retail lots are already operating, and if my memory serves me right, it's been operating for a number of years already. Okay, so the commercial came up first at the front. The anchor tenant is Jaya Grocer, and you have a few F&Bs, decent F&Bs. You can check it out on Google Map ratings. But this whole project is by Berjaya, yeah? Okay, and hence you have very common elements of Berjaya, 7-Eleven, and also Starbucks. Yeah, Starbucks is also inside. Okay, so where are we? For those of you who are familiar, this is Bukit Jalil Golf and Country Resort, also by Berjaya. And behind me here is actually the link to Bukit Jalil, also by Berjaya. Yeah. So going back to this Tropika, Bukit Jalil, you actually have 4 blocks. You only can see 2 here. This is the one towards the back, C and D. A is at the front. This is a small bit of A, and B is somewhat behind this block here. Okay, behind this block C. So it's total between 37 to 42 stories. You have 868 units here. So I would say quite low dense in the sense that it's spread over 4 blocks, right? So each block only has 200 over units. And given that it's over 30 stories, some even 40 plus, so the density per floor is only 5 to 7 units per floor. Okay, the smallest unit is a type A, 700 plus square feet, 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And the largest is type C, that's 1,318 square feet, 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, and that's the unit that we will be reviewing. Yeah. So yes, without further ado, okay, let me check, and let's cross and let's go. Walking in, we have gotten through the guard post, through this small side gate here. So there's another side gate here also, and this is actually redundant, I feel, because you could easily use that. But that's from the main one, and this is from the side, easier for the commercial, slightly easier. Yeah. So total of 4 blocks, 4 towers, and each has its own drop-off. Yet to be built, you can see, this is Tower D. Tower C and D is for this floor. Ground floor, this is ground floor. And this is also where you can enter the parking. Yeah, so parking is level basement. I think there's a basement. Yeah, ground floor, there's 1 basement, and you have 5 floors above the parking. And level 6 is your facilities. So, okay, this is the golf course. Archery range. So this golf course actually has quite a number of stuff, not just golf. Yeah, there's more than just golf to this. I'll list down the facilities later. And membership, if I'm not mistaken, starts from a couple of thousand. For golf one, it's more than 10,000. Non-golf, yeah, I don't know if I have to guess, 5, 6, 10,000. Okay, I'll take this ramp down. So it's quite a walk to the lobby. And I'll just skip this part because it's a bit boring. Okay, we have walked down that slope there, all the way down. So this is another level, this is the next level. This should be the lowest level. You can also enter your car park here. And this is Tower C, sorry, Tower B, and that is Tower A. Yeah. And right beside me, this is the golf course. The prized view. Can't really see much here. We'll get a very good view of the golf course higher up at the unit that we're going to review. Air conditioned. Memento. I always like to believe I always like to think that this is Momento. I've done it before for my units. You can check out, have I covered how it's done? No, okay, I just explained briefly, but yeah, my units that I rent out my properties, all I did Momento treatment. Simple mailroom area. Nothing fancy. And there's no space for drop-off for bulky items, which I would foresee you need. Maybe they can put a rack in the middle. Yeah, and then yeah, still enough space to walk. Store maybe still can. Let's head up. Yes, this is how the lifts looks like. Very, very nice with the hotel vibe. Okay, this one doesn't have the light switched on, but this is supposed to be lighted. Yeah, these LED strips. Let's head up. Let's go. Stepping off the lift, we are between level 30 and 35. So each floor is very low density. You have only 7 units per floor, served by 4 lifts, including 1 lift bomba. And this is for block A, B, C. Block D is even lower density with only 5 units. So very straightforward walkway, single straight path. Right at the start here, you have your bilik sampah. So straight into the refuse room. A very normal refuse room. It's not a chute system type. And there's no additional door. So this unit here might be at risk of having a slightly smellier walkway. Walkway is okay, 6 feet, almost 6 feet, 5 feet plus. And yeah, you got air wells. So we're quite close to the top. And it's all the way open at the top, it's not covered. So if it rains, we'll get a fair bit of water coming in. And that being said, it'll be very cooling also. Yeah. Oh, that, you see the hole there? So this process to dig the hole is called coring. They basically core through the wall. Yeah, you need to use a special machine, right? You obviously can't hack or you cannot use a normal drill. And this is usually done for the ducting for the hood. Okay, so in this instance, they're not going to use the charcoal type. Likely they're going to they're going to change the existing hood. The existing hood that they give usually is the charcoal type where it's just filtered. This one is a better one where you actually have a ducting and you suck out the exhaust and throw it out. Okay? This is the unit that we will be reviewing. It's a Type C, 1,318 square feet, 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. Yeah, and this is right at the corner here. So, very interesting door. The frame, you know. Of course, it's a solid fire rated door. And you have space here for your shoe cabinet. The depth is way more than enough because you will not do so deep. Yeah, so it will not protrude into your walkway. And this looks like a healthy 8 feet door. Stepping in. Nice! So you get a nice big balcony. Yeah, that is a massive 18 to 20 feet. Yeah. If you have a terrace house, some terrace house is as wide as this. Yeah. Nice. And yes, this layout, Type C, is the only layout which has a balcony. The other layouts, the smaller ones, don't have a balcony. Yeah. There are a total of 4 layouts, A, B, C, D. This is the biggest at 1,318. So this block A is the first that they launched for sale, and hence it has these kitchen cabinets, bare minimal. The later ones, B, C, D, you have actually more items. But that being said, Of course, it's also more expensive. Yeah, they throw in your island, you know, aircon and so on. Nonetheless, yes, this, look at that, built in by the developer. Rubin hood. Oh, this is an electric gas type. Interesting. Very rare do you have gas type nowadays. And where am I supposed to put this? Should be a gas type, right? Yeah, it is a gas type. Okay, this is a much more modern one, where you have, you see, these vents above, right? The older designs, you actually, the vents is inside, and a lot of mistakes done by the developer when they install this, or the kitchen carpentry people, is they cover it up. The vent is inside, above here, and they cover it up, and hence it renders this hood ineffective. This will make it effective because it sucks here, and it throws out the air here. Yeah, this is how it's supposed to work. If this is covered, the effectiveness will drop by 95% because for it to work, it's like pretty much like a car engine. You need to suck in, and then you need to throw out through the exhaust. Yeah, the one that you saw, I showed you, the other unit, the coring, probably is going to change this, and it's going to have the ducting to pull it out and throw it out. So those type of hoods are the best. Nonetheless, yes, decent cabinets with soft close. Very normal nowadays. Yeah. This leads out to your yard where you can have your washing machine and also dryer. It will give you 2 power points. So here it's exposed to the elements, rain, dust, dirt. I'm not sure if you get sunshine, but that being said, you probably will want to cover this up also, because if it rains heavily, your washing machine might just get wet. Siemens, plug points are all by Siemens. That's the DB box, single phase for all the units here. Even for this unit at 1300, they give you a single phase only. And how do you tell it's a single phase? You look at the main switch, it's only 1 pole. If it's 3 phase, there'll be 3. Yeah. So this area is very big, this kitchen, yeah. Can easily add an island here, you know, to help you serve or prepare a high island with maybe a bar, counter height stools on this side. That's the normal setup that people do. If you are really rich, of course, you can do dangling from the top also, right? Basically a top and bottom island. And here is your living and your dining towards the back. So you still got fan hooks for all the main areas, the dining, your living, and also your kitchen, dry kitchen. Here also you have a fan hook. A fiber termination point is there. There are no data points. So if you have a router for Wi-Fi, it will be here. And to spread it around, you probably need mesh, but it's connected via Wi-Fi and not data cable. So this is where you have your dining. Very, very nice. So even when you dine, you get that nice view. We'll talk about that shortly. This is the main selling point, I feel, for this particular project. If you want to get a unit here at Tropika, get this. So just to recap again, only Type C has this nice big balcony. Yeah. The others don't have a balcony. It's quite a healthy balcony. Enough, more than enough for you to put a table, chair, you know, offset it, maybe towards that side. Okay, no, I think this side will be better. This side here. Yeah. Small table, small chair, you can have your breakfast. And there, here is for your aircon outdoor unit. So piping is all done, and there are actually 4, if you see. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pipings for the 3 rooms and the living. And look at this, this is so thick. You can easily tell this is a higher capacity, right? This is probably a 2 horsepower. This one is probably a 1 horsepower. Yeah, this looks the same. So different aircon capacity requires different size of the piping. Yeah, you can't put a 2 horsepower aircon with a small piping. It will not work efficiently. This is the view. Look at that. Look at the view. So you get the Bukit Jalil Golf and Country Resort. Huge area. It's a 18-hole golf course, and this is 165 acres. A huge area. All these bungalows. Yeah, nice bungalows there. That is KM East, KM1 East, if I'm not mistaken. And towards the background there, I'm not sure you can see, let me try to zoom in. That is your LRT station. Yeah. Which LRT station is that? Okay, I'm not too sure which train station is that. But it's a few stations after the Bukit Jalil LRT station. Okay, Skylux is here. And at the back, you have Pavilion. Yeah, this is Park 2, and at the bottom, essentially right behind there, this here, can you see this one here? This Pavilion Bukit Jalil. This part here, all this big green lung here, this is just a small part of it. This is basically the Bukit Jalil Park. This is a public park. So, and it's just a walk across, right? You see, you come down, you can walk across to this park here. Going back to this nice, beautiful. So really, I feel this is the real key selling point. This Bukit Jalil Golf and Country Resort gives you that nice, peaceful vibe. Yeah. Bukit Jalil Golf and Country Resort actually is rather old. It came up in late or mid-1980s actually. So a bit of history. This whole Bukit Jalil Golf and Country Resort came up first, and it's not just golf, right? Their club resort has actually a lot other facilities. This includes badminton, basketball, a lot, quite a number. I think they have even bowling, if I'm not mistaken, a bowling alley. Likely they have squash also, I think, and also tennis. So really quite a number. And once this whole area came up, right, this Bukit Jalil Golf and Country Resort, early 1990s, that's where we won the bid to host the 1998 Commonwealth Games. And hence, you have all your sports complex towards that side there. Bukit Jalil Stadium, Putra Indoor Stadium, National Aquatic Centre, all those came up, you know, mid-1990s, together with all those apartments there, which is basically the accommodation for the officials and the athletes. And then, of course, after Commonwealth Games, they converted it into a normal condo, sold it, and from there, you know, the rest of Bukit Jalil just developed, just boomed, right? Because they wanted to continue on with that development for this area. So yes, that's a little bit of History 101. So very, very nice golf course, very, very old, 40 years, and yet absolutely stunning view from this balcony. Okay, let's not waste time. Okay, let's continue on. So here you got your bathroom. This is again a 3+3. This is the standalone bathroom for visitors, you know, not connected to the bedroom. Your fixtures, toilet accessories. This is Abakno. This is a local brand, and this is Sunnyware, the water closet. A mirror. Nice tiles, and they provide a water heater point there for you to install your water heater. So it's 8 feet tiles, pretty standard. Yeah. This is the middle room. So it's a bit interesting. This middle room is towards the back, It's not the front, so you don't get the golf course view. This instead looks at the park. And yes, that is Bukit Jalil. Pavilion Bukit Jalil. Yeah. There's actually a connecting bridge, overhead bridge from the park itself. So the park itself, this is the main road here. I don't think so you can see, you can cross over into Pavilion Bukit Jalil. So for those of you adventurous enough, yes, it's possible to walk. Yeah, look at that down there. You know, coming up from Tropika Bukit Jalil, you cross the road, walk along this path here, and this is already the park itself. You can walk along inside the park, along the park, come from the other side, go into Pavilion Bukit Jalil. Yeah, not your conventional way to go, but if you're adventurous, you know, young at heart, by all means, yeah. So this is the bathroom. Pretty similar layout. Power point there for your water heater. And this is a mixed development commercial title, and hence you have sprinklers. Yeah, you have sprinklers throughout the unit. Small room. This one is a sprinkler. So this one, the wall, the window is only half. It doesn't go all the way to the bottom, and that's because again, bottom you have your space for your aircon outdoor compressor. Yeah, 4 units of it. And this is the master bedroom. Very, very big. Yeah, very, very big. 4,318 square feet. This here sunken can be for your wardrobe. Very, very nice. So it's flush. When you do it right, you'll be flush with your wall. And if you choose the right color scheme, if let's say you go with a white off-white similar to your wall, then you know it really blends seamlessly, right? This side is a TV panel, your PowerPoint. Flooring is laminated timber flooring. And your window panels. Wide enough. Doesn't go all the way to the bottom though, but still nice, yeah, because it's wide enough, almost wall to wall. So even though that it doesn't go all the way to the bottom, it compensates by being wide enough. And you got one big fixed panel here, so you can open your left and right. And this fixed panel will give you that view. See? Yeah. Of the golf course. Bathroom. So it's bigger and also it's different. So this now is by Sunnyware. Yeah, and you have a tabletop here. And even this water closet is different. Zentrix. There's no more Sunnyware. Rain shower too. This. So yes, that's the summary of this unit here. 1,318 Type C facing the golf course. Yeah, this is a very key point to note. Type C only has this balcony, the others don't have. And this unit is facing the balcony, facing the golf course. If it's not the golf course view, then the other view that you get is the internal one into the facilities. Yeah, we'll go check out the facilities after this. But if you're interested in this unit, it's available for sale. Do reach out to Jeffrey. His contact is below in the description. He's a specialist in this area, stays extremely nearby, and is very, very familiar with this area. Okay? Yes, do reach out to Jeffrey if you're interested. Not just for this unit, you have other units in mind, or if you're an owner and you need service to rent or sell your unit here, Jeffrey's the person to go to. Now that we're finished reviewing the unit, let's head down and check out the facilities. Let's go. Stepping up the lift, we are on the 6th floor. So yes, this is how the lift looks like. But yes, you already saw it. It's okay. So everything happens on this floor. This is where the magic happens, on the 6th floor. There are no other facilities floor. No facilities on your ground. No skylift facilities. Indoor gym. So, okay, I have to enter the indoor gym from the other side. So your indoor gym is okay. I wouldn't say the most impressive. Yes, by Live Fitness. Very simple gym. Time Internet. So Time Internet is here. Yes, Time Internet. Directly from this fiber termination point for this place here. So the facilities, they've separated into different clusters. Here, I would say you have a lot of high intensity workout. So besides your gym, which I think, yes, you can say is rather simple. Oh, you got a water cooler machine here also. Next up is a boxing MMA ring. So this is not common. Yeah. It's not the first though, in a condo. But it's very, very rare nevertheless. Yeah. So the facility is there, but in terms of ID, in terms of the vibe, I think it's somewhat lacking. Nevertheless, I don't think so it's that hard to further update, yeah, to further touch up male changing room. So this male changing room is quite sizable, and it has 2 entrances. Yeah. Look at that. Your urinals, cubicles, and your set of lockers. You've got a bench in the middle, and then there, you can see the light coming in, that's another exit. That's towards the center of the facilities, which we'll touch later. Spinning class, this is rare. Spinning room, yeah. Your instructor will be here, and all the others will be behind, facing the instructor. Very high intensity, high impact workout. A lot of work on the legs. You have sauna and steam room, female. Sorry, couldn't focus just now. Okay, sauna and steam room. Ooh, there's someone inside. Whoa. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see. Okay, so the difference, okay, I can't see it. Oh, my glasses are fogging up also. So the difference between the steam room and the sauna room, steam room is basically, of course it's still hot, a lot of heat, but it's moist. It's the steam, as you can see. Yeah, okay, we'll wait for the steam to clear up. While this is basically warm heat, or dry heat rather. Yeah. Sauna. Of course, there are different pros and cons. This should open up your pores more. Steam room. It's harder to maintain, that being said. Okay. There's no one inside, so I'll just turn it off. Okay, can't really see, but yes, steam room with a glass door. And then, so this is the main road. And I like this whole jogging track around the perimeter of the building. So as you walk here, right, there's a lot of space for you to enjoy an evening walk. This is much lower down, 6th floor. Yeah. This walk here. Underneath here is basically all your retail lots. Yeah, right underneath us is Jaya Grocer, the commercial, the retail lots. So there are a number of retail lots. Jaya Grocer, one of it, Starbucks. You got I forgot what, Hong Kong Cha San Teng downstairs also. And opposite, of course, Bukit Jalil Park. So this, all your facilities right here in the middle here, and also at the bottom of your respective blocks with separate sections. So here, your infinity pool. Yeah. And this is your jacuzzi. You've got a sunken lounge there. So got a place to chill. This is the entrance to the changing room, male changing room. I'll show you one end. This is the other end of it. So you can come up directly into your pool area after you've changed. This is supposed to be rock climbing, but I will term this more of bouldering. So bouldering is slightly different from rock climbing. Bouldering really practices, it's much lower to the ground, that being said. It doesn't go high up like rock climbing and doesn't require equipment. It's more to practice your technique. Yeah, that's bouldering. You go left to right and so on. That being said, this is probably not the best of setups because there's no protection. Usually better, right? They got a mattress, they got a foam to protect, if you take a soft fall. This is directly onto this. So it's not the best of surfaces. But still okay. Parkour equipment, a few of it. You've got a bikers, you've got a skywalker. This is the wading pool. So wading pool is just beside your main swimming pool, which is again very, very good. I always like this type of setup, right? Where the kids can be here, the parents the other side, they can monitor the progress. Yeah, or you got all these benches at the side also to sit. And that's where you take your shower. So just VP'd not too long ago, again very, very new. This place is awesome, right? So this, I understand at night it actually lights up, so it's very, very nice at night. Shall I walk through? Yes, I think I'll walk through. Playground. And you got this sky bridge to the other side. Yeah. I hope I'm not going too fast. So you have something for everybody. Yeah, even the playground is quite extensive. And this is not your only playground. You got another playground which I'll show you shortly. I forgot what is this called. Okay, I can't remember the term. Nice, right? So that is block A. We were at this block looking out onto the golf course, that direction. A, B, C, D. Oh, that sound is a helicopter. Oh, yep. Private dining room. Oh, there's your barbecue area. So the barbecue area also very, very nice because you got this nice sitting here. It's not covered, so if it rains, it could be an issue. The BBQ area there. But here, the seating is partially covered. You still have some gaps in between, but nevertheless, enough seating, more than enough. You can easily sit 3 people here on each side, yeah? So you can imagine 1, 2 tables, 3 tables, the long table, and you got 4 round tables which sits 4 each. So you can easily sit like 30 packs here. Yeah. 1 BBQ pit only though, with a sink. So I don't think they're separate between halal and non-halal. And this has lights up here. So I think it'd be pretty nice when you light it up at night. this type of stylo, individual bulb lights, right? Private dining room. I am not sure. Yes, we can enter. Look at that. Nice. This is by Samsung. Tables not sufficient, that's my only comment. But I don't think so, it's too hard to add. And then yeah, you got a nice big kitchen area here with food and hob. An island here. Yeah. Okay, where should I go next? Should I go here instead? Okay, maybe I'll go here. Oops, I can access cafe bar. All these are only provision, space only. This is not easy to operate. Whether it's operate or whether they are there's a cafe that really depends on the management body and the owners to push this. These are fluted panels, and these are supposed to be massage pots, but I don't see any massage chairs. Probably again you need to get these external vendors, right? But yeah, likely not, because the ROI usually is pretty poor for such places, because it's a private condo, unless you have really a lot of units. Co-sharing working space. This was a thing back then. Oops, it's locked. But a lot of place to sit, and you have individual PowerPoints there. You got a common table here, sofas. So certainly a very in thing back then, during COVID. And here, games room. You got a TV. I'm not sure if there's going to be a console. But console nowadays are very cheap, right? Forget about PS5, or the expensive ones. You get those cheap consoles, those arcade game ones, right? That's less than $50 you can get, less than $100 for sure. Yeah, so it's a very cheap way to have games, arcade games. And probably at the center here, I'm not sure they're going to furnish anything, but you could have an ice hockey table, football table, darts on the wall. Yeah, more than enough space. So this whole area here is all developed by Berjaya. Okay, since, I don't know, this is a reading lounge, so it's separate. There's the co-working space, and this part here is your sofas, is your reading lounge. Yeah, more extension of the reading lounge. So I was saying, this whole development is by a big portion of this part of Bukit Jalil, right? It's all by Berjaya, right? Even downstairs, you see Tropika. Of course, the whole mixed development is Berjaya. The link to is also Berjaya, which is the retail shop lots just opposite. And of course, the golf course itself by Berjaya also. Indoor games room. Oh, so you have actually a separate indoor games room. For now, it looks like it's a ping pong table. Again, there could be more things, very new. Just repeat, less than a month ago. Coin-operated laundry. The irony of this type of things, I always criticize, is that you want it to be a laundry space, but I don't see any water inlet at all. Seriously. Nothing on the wall. I only see a water outlet on the floor, one. So how can it be a water, how can it be a laundry? Yeah, it's not even inviting or rather there's so much more work to be done by people who want to set up a business. Because sometimes it's not a business, right? It's a franchise business, okay? You don't need to get the principal per se. There are a lot of laundry bars where you can approach as a franchise, and it's usually done by the owner, owners of these condo units, right? They feel a potential, they can run their business here. They just have to reach out to the principal. But that being said, it has to be, the infra has to be there. If let's say I'm rich, I got, let's say, 100,000, right, or 50,000, and I want to set up this business, I feel there's potential. If I have to hack and pull additional water inlets, it's just not going to happen. Convenience store. Because after I do that, one day, assuming I leave, I need to do this process called reinstatement, which is basically to restore the condition as per the original condition. And means to remove all the piping and so on, No one's going to do that. Multi-purpose room. And childcare center. This is also, I always mention, this is one very hard business to do. If you want to do it properly, like a proper childcare center, right? This is very hard. Because there's a lot of requirements. When you deal with childcare centers, right? You need to deal with the Ministry of Women and Children, if I'm not mistaken. Kementerian Wanita. It does not fall under the education ministry. And yes, they're very strict, in terms of the protocols, the space needed and so on. Okay, let's continue on. We still got a fair bit. I think we're about there, halfway there. Okay, so this is again, small child playground here. This is sunken in here. And at the top there, I actually have a half-court basketball court and an outdoor futsal court. Of course, flashlights is pretty standard nowadays. This one has even better, has 6. Usually it's just the 4 corners, this one has 6. Surface looks decent. And this is the management office. So this is the smallest block. This is block D. So you will notice also the length of this is much shorter. VP office. Now that you're using it for VP. Yeah. And this is the surround. Okay. One thing that I always like to explore, right, is the surround. Okay, very normal. I would like, again, if there are bigger windows, right, more light coming in, and you can just put frosted sticker, so can't see in totally, and yet it's bright enough. Get more natural light. So not much facilities for underneath block D compared to the other ones. Again, this is a smaller block but less units, also lower density. This is a wet, this is what we call what they call a pebble pool. There's a slow gradient sloping down here. And there's supposed to be a hydro aqua gym. Yeah. Aqua gym where you got some exercise equipment there. That's about it. So yes, okay, no, wait, final one. I'll just take a quick walk. Probably will not end this video here. There's this special gate which I want to show you. Very, very awesome. Okay, this part here is the aqua gym, like what I was mentioning. And yeah, got more paracourse equipment. I didn't go up that bridge there. This skywalk there. I think that's the only thing that I didn't go up. Looks nice, but aside from going from A to Z, I don't see anything really special. This is nice. this. What's your guess? Where does it lead out to? Ooh, actually, can they go underneath? Oh no, it's not possible. No, wait, it's actually possible. It's high enough. I think you can crawl underneath or swim underneath. Oh no, you can't. They cover it up. Okay. Yeah, it's also a bit dangerous, you come to think about it, right? It's not high enough. The one is really impressive. Sunray Serene, where they got a lazy river with a float. You can actually sit around. Do check out the video. That's one of the most unique pools that I've seen. But let's go through this first. And I'll just cut this part. There's a lift going down. We'll wait for the lift and we'll continue on. Stepping up the lift, we are on ground floor G. And what do you think is behind this door? This exit. Ta-da! So yes, directly into the retail. This is it, you know. You got Starbucks, Anytime Fitness, Jaya Grocer is here. So you can walk down and do your groceries, you can eat. Extremely convenient all the way. You know, it's literally connected. You know? So I'm assuming this door here actually leads to your condo units. Extremely impressive, right? Okay, this is not a nice place to aim. Okay, maybe I will. Maybe I'll aim it here because I don't want to go up there. I don't think so there's any point going up there. I'll just show a little bit more what's on this place here. This is all again part of a larger development, Tropika Bukit Jalil. Kamki Cafe, this is the something that I was mentioning. And opposite, you got more retail there. Yeah, you got more commercial lots. Baskin-Robbins also is here. So yes, that's about it. That sums up the review of this property here at Tropika Bukit Jalil. If you're interested to rent, buy, sell, do reach out to Jeffrey. He's the specialist for this area. And this particular property has a few properties, a few units already on hand. If you want to view, do reach out to him, okay? Let me know what you think about this comment in the property section, in the comments below. To me, it's a very unique proposition, to be honest. I like the fact that it's very exclusive. You know, you do not have many units on each floor, very private, and yet the price point is still okay. Yeah, we are talking about 800, 700 plus to 800 plus per square feet. You know, decently priced in this area. These are the 4 blocks. Yeah, Tropika Bukit Jalil, freehold, and yes, you know, you've got a nice view. If you want to get a unit here, I would strongly suggest go for only Type C and make sure it's facing the golf course on that direction there. Okay, yes, that's about it. If you found this video useful, feel free to share with your friends and families. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Do smash the like button. It will really help in growing this channel, in promoting to other people, other like-minded people who like properties. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Hey, this is additional footage towards the end. You got this very nice vertical creeper plants all the way up to the facilities floor. So all the way from LG1, we are on ground floor. You can see all these plants, right? So this really brings in a lot of natural lighting within the car park, right? And of course, a touch of greenery is always very much appreciated, right? It gives a different vibe altogether when you have greenery plants. And the way I see it, obviously these are still very fresh, very new, but these are money plants, creeper plants, which over time, you know, they will just grow and populate this place. You go towards the end, right? And of course, it will not cover totally, so you still have light coming in. Yeah. There, you can still sit at the bottom. Yeah. And yes, this is the car park. So yes, that's about it. Thank you once again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.